Hey, what's going on? I'm playing Wii music. I hope it works well. I tried to, I changed a bunch of settings. So, I just, changed stuff so it's, not the recommended settings, and I hope it works. So, this episode, I'm gonna test the lag and stuff, but I'm gonna do some instrument improv with guitars. So I don't have many instruments right now. There's drums. You can also you can play things right now, so you don't need to go to play with toots to see if things are lagging or not. So this, all you do is just kind of move your hands left and right in a rhythm. So it's a good way to test the lag, because the thing about the Wii version compared to this Dolphin emulator is it just works better. I don't know, the Wii's better, but this is good enough. So it seems to work. So you press down on the D-pad, and then all of a sudden, because right now only downstrokes are working, but if you press down on the D-pad, you can do upstrokes too. So if you can play guitar, you can go. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do right now is play with toots. Do some instrument improv with the guitar. So the beginning is the most important, because whatever you play at the beginning dictates how what instruments are gonna come in, and the chord progression and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna start playing. I won't talk, because I want to show you how this thing reacts to your phrases. So I'm playing chords now. And you can mute notes. All you can do is mute notes. You can pick to mute notes, play chords, or play one note at a time. So what if I play one note at a time like this? How about that? Yeah? So I'm gonna make it like get less intense. Watch or listen. Huh? What do you think? Rhythm. Huh? I'll start over again. Now, see, now this is something where the rest of the band can't really like go. They can't keep together. You know, they have to wait for me. And I'll show you something else that the guitar can do. You ready? Huh? So I'm shaking the nunchuck and I'm giving vibrato. So like the one thing that it like this for the music, it just has a chord progression. So when the chord progression like repeats, if you just like play notes on the beat, it'll automatically resolve because the programming behind it is like doing a bunch of jazz stuff. Basically, it's just doing it's doing math, which is jazz is basically math. Like there's certain notes like in certain chords. Like basically like every time there's a chord, there's like certain notes that are like gonna sound good or bad over that chord, and depending on whether or not that chord is a certain, like chords have different roles depending on the chord progression. So like, see like that note right there? See like every note that I'm ending on is like a note that's in a chord that it's really hard to explain. Well, it's not hard to explain. It's hard to explain while I'm playing a game, trying to make up rhythm phrases. There's actually like a benefit to playing one note at like a single note like this. It actually has a value in music, like when you're improvising solo. It's not just like that you can't think of another note to play, but it actually sounds good. Half the time my eyes are closed, just to let you know, if you're still here with me. So it's all about rhythm phrases, and even though this game's lagging a little bit, it's still about general things. And also when you do stuff, you you're anticipating it to go a certain way, then the game actually does something else. And sometimes it doesn't sound good, sometimes it's a surprise, and you actually go, hey, that actually is a cool way to use that, because it resolves the chord progression nice. And so it makes you think about different ways of applying same, like I'll do the same old rhythm phrases that I do all the time, but then it applies those rhythm phrases in a way that I never thought of before, and then I go, hey, I'll actually play that, I'll actually try it that way. It's hard to explain, but jazz plus math plus game that is only about rhythm inputs equals the greatest fucking thing ever. Like, well, for a musician, like, so guess what? You can also bend notes. I've been saving that, and I haven't been using it well, but this is another thing you could think about for music. Just listen to this. I'll do some Indian stuff now, so quarter tones. I'm just kidding around. So, I'll stop now, because guess what? You can also just start over again, and it'll be a whole different song, watch. Hey, I think this is predetermined. See, that was really weird, because I was trying to, because the rest of the band was thinking that the downbeat was in a different spot where I was trying to tell it. I was trying to tell it to move the downbeat to a different spot, but it didn't want to move the downbeat to that spot because the chord progression was in a different spot. So that's one of those little things that if people bought this game, they could have made Wii Music 2 so fucking, like, so good. Oh my, like, there's so many little things that you run into where, like, the game works really well, but then other things you're like, if they just took more music theory and just threw more and more music theory into this amazing software, then it would have made it even more easy to take your rhythm, like your natural primitive rhythm abilities and like the ideas that you have, the rhythmic ideas in your head, like just drum beats and stuff that actually translate to instruments. You can take all that and do it more naturally by forcing the computer band to change the downbeat and stuff, but you probably need a little bit more control to, I don't know, or some settings besides just turn on, right? Because you're just pressing play, right? And this is just a mode in the game, and it's kind of like one of the most complicated things. Like I don't know. I just love this mode. Even if it isn't complicated, like, no, it's definitely complicated. It's just like no one else has done this either. Like, I play music and I can't really think about how they turn this into a program, you know? Like I understand how you make a solo on paper just using jazz theory, but I have no idea how you'd be able to make a program that would do all these things. Like, it's just insane, because they also have to deal with quantizing, because you're never actually inputting it at the exact moment. If it actually played at the exact moment you always inputted, it would be weird. And this isn't a precise input movement either, right? It's waving of a Wiimote, so there's no specific end point. You're just waving your arm. So that's another one. Like, there's so many things besides the actual, like, music theory and implementing the rhythm input into phrases. It's really fucked up. Like, this game's so underappreciated, it's not even funny. Like, this is freaking Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That's not Instrument Improv mode, that's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star mode. That's so stupid. Alright, do it again. Yeah, bending. Yeah, it sounds so weird. Cool, I like this one. See, whenever he hits a note that's like whenever he hits a note that's dissonant, you can tell. I'm trying to find one. That. See, if I hold a note like that, it doesn't sound good. But then it goes back to resolve. Whenever the chords change, you'll tell, like, you can tell he's playing a slightly different scale, because every time the chord changes, you play a different scale, which is actually not a different scale, it's a different mode. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's all about targeting notes. See? So, like, check this out. See, they ring out. Then, how about muted? just hit my remote on the table. So what do you think? So you can tell when certain parts are bad, and this is a good part of improvising, and you gotta know that. Sometimes you play stuff and it sounds bad, and sometimes you get into a path that just sounds awesome. And this game can actually let you do that, and you're playing rhythm. It's just like you're playing rhythm phrases. It's really cool. Yeah, so I think that's enough acoustic guitar. So I play just a teensy weensy bit of uke, just so you can hear what a uke is. Ukulele has a different role than a guitar. You don't play ukulele like a guitar. Well, you can, but sometimes you don't. So go. What's up with that? I didn't like that jam. The chord progression was not nice. I was not a fan. So what I do is I do this, and it's gonna sound better. Did you like that? I think that one right there had a little bit of awesomeness to it, I think. I like that one. So, that was a little bit of guitar. And acoustic guitar and ukulele. I'm gonna play a lot. I want to play them all. I just don't want to play them all in one episode. Because you can honestly play like hours. You can jam for hours and hours with every single instrument, because each instrument has its own sound and everything. And the phrases, like if I played the exact same rhythms using a trumpet as I did with the ukulele or acoustic, it would not sound the same. It would not sound as good. Well, like what I'm saying is, you have to think different. Like your rhythmic thinking has to be different when you're playing a different instrument. Not only does your phrasing have to be different, like you have to play different notes. You also have to play different rhythms. Not because you're forced to. Well, kinda you're forced to because of the way an instrument is built and the way you have to play an instrument. But what I'm saying is, the instrument actually sounds better for different sounds. If that makes sense. That's what this game is trying to tell you in the lessons and through doing this. Because through experimenting, you will find that giving certain instruments more space and more breathing room, it will make better phrases. Oh, I just hit the Wii mode on the table again. See you later.